Now that everyone has trickled in, welcome to the Management Development Information Session. Thank you for joining us today. So we're just going to go over the agenda. We are going to cover my contact information. We'll also hear from one of our instructors. I'll make sure we go over the logistics so that you can get an idea of what to expect from the timeline, the pricing, the modality, as well as the classroom experience and the outcomes. And we'll finish by reviewing how you can enroll in this course, request more information, and take advantage of the discounts that we offer. And last but not least, we'll also take a moment to answer any questions that came through the Q&A function. So please include your question in there as you think of it. And I'll take a moment at the end to review everything that came in, and I'll make sure everyone has their questions answered. So before we get started, I want to introduce myself. I am Katie. I am the enrollment coach for our leadership programs here at UC Davis Continuing and Professional Education. My position is really meant to help students answer any questions that they have about the program, help them determine if it lines up with their professional and personal goals, and then help you guys enroll. And you can find my contact information on this screen. Please feel free to take a photo of it. You'll see my Calendly link, which allows you to book a Zoom appointment with me or a phone call. But you'll also see my email address and my phone number if you do have any questions afterwards. Please don't hesitate to reach out or set up an appointment. Okay, let's get into the logistics of our management development course. So this course is really set up for both emerging managers who maybe want to be considered for a promotion, or even for current managers who have some experience but want to develop their skills a little bit further. We have set it up as a 3-week course that has 6 half-day sessions, which will all take place over like a live Zoom setting. You can see on our schedule that we're running this course Wednesdays and Fridays for 3 weeks. So it'll be April 5th through the 21st. And during that time, you'll meet every Wednesday and every Friday from 8:30 a.m. to noon Pacific Standard Time. Everyone who completes this course receives 1.8 continuing education units. You'll also receive a certificate of completion from UC Davis, and then you'll also learn strategies and tools in that class that you can apply immediately to your position. You'll actually be able to enroll in it's just one course. Even though it's 6 sessions, it's one course that you enroll in and you complete it in 3 easy weeks. The price point is $19.50. There's no application, there's no prerequisites to join us, and I'll go over that towards the end, but it's just a matter of signing up online. And again, the modality is going to be live online Zoom sessions with our instructors. I'd kind of love for you to meet them, so to speak. So I'll share a little bit about each of them with you. Our instructors for this course are Kathy Hull, Diane Davidson, and Joy Beacham. I've always heard great feedback from our students that they love learning from these women and that they're really able to make the content come to life for them. So let me just share a little bit about each of them, and then I have a video from Joy directly. So let's start with Kathy. She actually has 25 years of industry experience in leadership development, and 14 of those years she managed diverse teams. Most recently, she's served as the Senior Director of Leadership and Organizational Development at Adventist Health. Then Diane actually operates her own consulting firm, and she has both multinational and regional companies that are her clients. And for the last 30 years, she supported the development of individuals, leaders, and teams, all through public speaking, as well as professional training and coaching. Joy, who we'll hear from next, has 20 years of program management, business analysis, and organizational change management experience. Approximately 10 years experience of facilitating professional development programs kind of like this, but also her professional experience it actually spans both public and nonprofit sectors, depending on where you're coming from. That diversity might appeal to you. In her current role, she works at Kaiser Permanente, and she provides consulting support to the executive vice president. So they're all three amazing resources, and we're lucky to have them as instructors. Next, I'm just going to play the video from Joy so that you can hear about her own experience in her own words, why this training is important, and what you can expect from her classroom.
Hi, I'm Joy Beacham. I'm coming to you with over 20 years of business and change management experience. I'm a certified change management practitioner, and in my current job, I am a chief of staff, where I provide strategic thought partnership to executive leaders and their teams with a focus on employee engagement. I have experience in the public sector. I started my career in the California court system. I've also spent a considerable amount of time in IT and managed and have done some mergers and acquisitions. And also currently I'm in the nonprofit healthcare industry. A great part of my career, probably the last decade or so, I have had the pleasure of working with UC Davis in developing and delivering the content for these professional development courses. It is something I enjoy thoroughly. I probably get as much out of it as the students do. And I think these are really important programs as we start to think about our leaders and the types of leaders we want to develop. The management development program is an investment in a growth mindset and just continuous improvement, continuous learning. And I think that whether leaders are interested in gaining kind of experience and exposure to new domain spaces, or honing existing skills, or just exploring the different strategies that might be out there, so obviously new tools and techniques coming in all the time, there's just numerous opportunities to expand and elevate their current management and leadership style, right? Just opportunities to think about other tools that might provide exposure to different ways of thinking and tackling the same problems. The concepts taught throughout this program are transferable across industries and certainly across all organizational levels. From those individuals who are just starting to consider a path down management, or mid-level managers, as well as executives. Strong leadership is critically important to the health, the effectiveness, and the resiliency of our workplaces. Management, it's an important responsibility. And it's not just about leading and motivating a team, but also creating an environment that supports and develops that next set of leaders. I strongly believe in leading from where you are, regardless of your title and your professional aspirations. And I think that sentiment comes across in every class that I teach. I also know how impactful leadership training has been for me personally throughout my career. It has encouraged me to be introspective, thoughtful about my personal strengths and what opportunities exist, and also really consider the type of leader I want to be, and try to juxtapose that to where, the leader I am today. So it's given me the courage to explore that delta, and also think about how I would describe a great leader and where I think I fit on that spectrum. Kind of soliciting that feedback continues to help me think about the type of leadership qualities I want to work on personally. And I think really classes like this and programs like this give leaders the space to really do that important thinking about how they want to lead. I definitely am in the never stop learning camp. So I think education has a great way of generating new ideas and excitement, which just helps you to tackle those problems differently. You can think about them from different perspectives, hearing input from others and how they're approaching things. I just find that extremely exciting. I think in my classes, what you can expect to see is an environment that is casual, it's approachable. I try to make it fun, and it's a supporting learning environment. I think through a combination of lectures, I certainly use a lot of storytelling, and then we use individual and small group breakout activities to really help leverage and exercise the theories that are introduced in class. We use a lot of real world scenarios so that it's relatable to the students. And I also think the participants can benefit from just the diversity of thought and the wealth of knowledge and experience that often exists in these cohorts. I'm particularly mindful that there are different learning styles, and I try to leverage a variety of tools and mediums to accommodate that. I try to keep the content and the discussion engaging. And in my classes, I focus on sharing really practical tools and techniques. And it's my personal mission for every class that if you take a class, you walk away with something you can use immediately. I'm adding to your toolbox, which is why it's so important that that content is both relevant and relatable to folks from the start. So you can walk out and you have a new tool that you can leverage that day. Lastly, I think, and maybe one might say most importantly in these times, I like to focus on giving the gift of time. The fact that leaders are investing in this space, the fact is that many leaders today are challenged to really find time to invest in self, right? They're steeped in the day-to-day running of the business, dealing with the next fire emergency, or just keeping the lights on. And so they might have trouble finding and carving out that time to really to even think about how would they be a more effective leader. And so part of this program is really the gift of time to invest in self, to be present, to absorb the new ideas, to discuss the unique challenges, and really a space to think critically about alternative approaches to leadership. Management development programs are incredibly important. I'm passionate about it. I think that comes across in the way that I teach these classes. I really do look forward to seeing you very soon.
Awesome. So now that you've heard a little bit from Joy, I want to share about the learning outcomes of this course. So this program offers a really strong focus on business success, leadership, and team development. So whether you're a new manager or you're a more seasoned manager, by the end of the program, you're really going to be able to communicate more effectively, hold yourself and your teams accountable, and produce those high-value business results that you're looking to drive. We're going to start with a DISC assessment, which is going to help you understand more about your own disposition and your own preferences, and how to leverage that knowledge about yourself into your approach when you work with others on your team and those that you lead. We're also going to be applying strategies for managing employees in remote environment. It's a good skill to maybe have at your company. And we're going to practice skills that help you to adapt and thrive when times are changing very quickly. And we want you to walk away being able to foster a climate of diversity and inclusion. And lastly, everyone is going to walk away with a plan of action for future development. Participants are going to design a personal action plan, which is going to help them guide and coach and motivate and inspire all the individuals and all of the teams that they manage. So one question I get a lot is what sort of academic environment students can expect. These classes are not recorded, so it really is an environment where everyone can feel comfortable exploring new ideas in real time. And we've designed it for working professionals. So you'll find that there really is a minimal amount of out of class time required. But that being said, we find that our students certainly get out of the class what they put into it. So your instruction time is, of course, like some lecture, but also opportunities to discuss examples, learn best practices from each other, and put your learning into practice, like do some modeling in a safe environment. And then there'll be lots of debriefing and asking questions. And all of this is going to exist and play out under the wing of our really experienced instructors and in a safe environment. That's what you can anticipate from your classroom experience. So if you're ready to enroll and you think this class is going to be a good fit for you, it's very simple to enroll. Like I said, there's no application, there's no prerequisite to join us. So the last day to enroll is about 3 days before the start date. And that's because all of our course participants complete the DISC assessment before the start of class. That way we can really hit the ground running. There are a limited number of seats, and I will just share that our cohorts do typically fill up a few days before the start date. So I would encourage you to enroll as soon as you're able. But once you're ready, you can enroll directly online. And about 24 hours from now, you'll get an automated email that has a link to the recording, as well as a link to our enrollment page. You'll just click on the link that says enroll now, and you'll create an account. You'll sign up for the course, and you'll get like a confirmation email that's got all of the invoicing on it. And then the day of the class, you will have access to the material and be able to access the Zoom account as well. So as we finish, I just want to share again my contact information in case you want to reach out with some additional questions. But also I want to review the discounts that are eligible for. The first one is just a thank you for attending this information session. There's a $100 off coupon that will get emailed out to you. There's an early enrollment discount. So for those that enroll 2 weeks before, you can choose the early enrollment discount option on the enrollment page as you're enrolling. It's a little drop-down item you can choose. But we also have some association memberships. So if you're a part of SHRM or if you're a Cal Aggie alumni member, there's 10% off your tuition with that opportunity. If you're maybe looking at this and you want to run with a fellow manager, or you're looking at leadership opportunities for some people in your organization, we have group discounts of 3 or more that offers you a 10% discount if 3 or more people are enrolling. And then if you're a UC Davis Health or university staff, there is a 20% off opportunity. So do feel free, like you can reach out to me with any of those questions about discounts or about enrollment or anything on outcomes. But right now we will take an opportunity to answer questions this way. If you'd like to use the Q&A, go ahead and type your question in there. And I'll go back to, we had some people join us, so I'll go back to this slide as anyone is typing questions in the Q&A and just kind of review this. Again, it is a 3-week course that has 6 half-day sessions, which will take place over live Zoom meetings with our incredible instructors. We're going to meet Wednesdays and Fridays, April 5th through the 21st from 8:30 a.m. to noon. Participants will receive 1.8 continuing education units, as well as a certificate of completion from Davis, and of course, strategies that you'll be able to apply immediately. And it's easy to enroll online, and the price is $19.50. So if you guys missed that, that's kind of a summary of the logistics. I haven't seen any questions come in the chat just yet, so I will put this up one more time, my contact information. Thank you so much for joining us on your lunch hour. I really appreciate your time, and I hope to see you in management development. Awesome. Thank you so much.